Okay, the purpose of this video is for you, the golf shop, anybody that has anything with the run of the golf course. Uh, See that ball? We'll play this over again. Let me go back, okay, to where he's just starting to hit his first ball. Boom. It's a foursome back on the corner. Whoops, I didn't go back far enough. That's another hit. All right, that was the second ball. Let's go back. All right, he's stepping up. Gonna hit his first ball. I don't know what this. Yeah. Oh, I hadn't gone back far enough. Okay, one more time. All right, one more time. Let's see if we can get him hitting his first ball. But this is what goes on day in, day out. And just imagine if he would have been playing the senior team. Bada bing, bada boom. There's his first ball. Okay? It's a foursome. I think there was like at least 6 balls. He hit 2 and the guy after him hit 2. 2 guys after him hit 3. But watch this. This is what happens day in and day out. All right? He isn't even over on the senior tees close to the walk. All right? Can anybody imagine what happens? Now, take a look at these swings. All right? That guy is playing over his head. All right? That's why you keep, you don't like that hill, okay, that I have the chairs on. It wasn't there originally, but you're going to see after these guys hit. Now, this guy will hit, I think he might hit 2. No, well, this will be his. But the guy after him is going to hit 2. And the first guy, I don't know how many he hit, because I wanted to concentrate with the guy with the dark shirt. Okay, now, this guy is going to hit 2 balls. This is what happened. You get a group up there, and they're playing over their heads. And I guarantee you, when he gets to the clubhouse or on his scorecard, there's only going to be 1 shot off the tee. All right? He isn't going to count that first shot. All right? He must have put the first one in the lake because he had to hit a second one. When he hit the second one, he put it in my yard. This is the circus that goes on here day in and day out. I've been playing golf for 55 years. I think I ought to know what I'm doing on a golf course. Golf courses didn't used to be set up like this. Golf courses were a golf course. They ran fairways next to each other. You didn't have to worry about if this was an old style golf course that wasn't a tourist or a village, a golf village like we have here. I'd be another fairway going the other way. But watch what happens now. Watch what happens. This guy reminds me of Steve Stricker. Looks just like him. His posture, the way he walks. He could be Steve Stricker. I've seen Steve Stricker. I watched him for 15 years playing golf. There he is. There he is. Not looking in everybody's yard, looking in my yard, looking in my neighbor's yard. Whoop, there it is. It's in that guy's yard. I'll just go get it. Now, this thing wasn't hit that hard, and he stepped in, but he stepped into my yard or my neighbor's yard. That white post. But what gives the golfers permission and what I have trouble with is this white out of bounds marker. You've got more bailout area north of the 6th hole than you've got green fairway on it. And everybody is playing to land up here. You've doubled, almost more than doubled the landing area, the safe area for a player, okay? You've more than doubled his safe area. he can get back on this tee and say, I don't have to hit green. If I miss the green, I still got twice as much area to land a ball in and still have a fair ball. All right, that guy right there, his where that stake is, I can plan on, I'll just hit it as hard as I can, and if I miss the green, no big deal. I got all that spare area up there to deal with. What we call a hitter's ballpark. This is a hitter's ballpark. You have pitchers' ballparks and hitter's ballpark. This is a hitter's ballpark. Okay, and all it does is it starts, what's the word for it? Where uh, it's like gangbanging, where they bust up the neighborhood. They're always busting up the neighborhood. I have to count on this happening day in and day out. I've seen that little performance of people walking on my yard now for 19 years. And the only reason it hasn't happened was as much frequency as it used to happen when I first moved here 18 years ago. 18 years ago, there was a lot of McCain Republicans playing golf. The place was filthy with McCain Republicans who dressed like golfers, who looked like golfers. They didn't come out here in t-shirts. They didn't come out here in baggy pants with their hat on backwards. Okay, all tattoos and pierced. All right, these were McCain Republicans playing golf. They've all disappeared or they're dead. The new crew we got now, and especially the crew running the concession, the golf concession, they don't have that class. They don't have the expertise. Uh, they've normalized trespass and damage from the golf course. Sundance is one of the smallest footprint golf courses for its length in the valley. That's why they have to take and put this out of bounds on my property line, on both ends. Both of my properties on each end used to be both, now it's one. But they sent out a questionnaire, a survey about 10 years ago. And they wanted any input. I guess the conscious board of directors, they were looking for some feedback. Well, they wanted to know, and the first thing I said is like, I'm sick of people walking in my yard. I'm sick of getting hit by golf balls. I'm sick of people walking in my yard. I'm sick of having altercations with kids that are in their 20s, 4 of them, like hyenas, swearing at me, giving me the finger, everything else. I'm sick of it. Within a week of sending in that statement, they put these white markers at each end of my property, right on the property line, in your face. If you don't like it, too bad. We've got twice as much bailout. You see all this dirt up here? That's bailout area. There's more bailout. You're making this course user-friendly for morons that are playing. They don't have the game in their bag, just like these guys here. Just like these guys here. That guy hit the first ball, it wasn't satisfactory. He hit the second ball, put it in my yard. Now, if that hill would have been there, that hill, the top of the hill is higher than this marker. The ball would have hit the hill and stayed on the course. It wouldn't have come in my yard. Plus, he wouldn't have been able to walk in my yard because he'd have a hill to walk over. All right? Anybody get the logic of this? I hope this comes out. I want to send it to the YouTube and the HOA. Because I don't think you people on the board that maybe you're a part-time golfer, a wishy-washy golfer, or you haven't played that much golf, you really don't know the etiquette of golf. This is poor etiquette. All right? Take all these friggin' tee boxes to the other side of the harbor. Rent go online to bridgestogo.com, okay, bridgesdelivered.com, and have a bridge brought in on a truck and put it across at the throat of that little harbor, and you can have weddings there in the slow season. People can count on watching the sun go down behind them on this bridge, this arch bridge, besides that goes from this side to the other side of that little harbor. You could have all this area right here, seating area with chairs to watch people out on a bridge getting married with the sun going down. And you would take this all out of play. You would take me out of play. Then it wouldn't be, right now, that wasn't an accident. If he would have broke a window, or if I would have had an altercation with that guy, it would have been interpreted by the police, by the town hall, by some of the people on the board, and by the golf shop that was just an accident. He had an accident. He didn't have an accident. He's playing over his head. Okay? He's back there playing with the big boys. He should be up trying to shoot a par round from the executive tees. I'll tell you, if I had a golf academy, nobody would touch a long club until they knew how to pitch, chip, putt, sand shot, lob shots, everything else like that. You wouldn't go back. The guy don't belong back here. And this is what happens. And the reason I haven't had much trouble lately, I get balls in my yard all the time, and I get balls hitting the house all the time. The reason there hasn't been much frequency as before, as I said, when the McCain Republicans, they're all dead now. They're probably all 85. 20 years ago, they were 65. They were 65, 55, and 65. 20 years ago out here. Boy, they were cock of the walks, dressed up in their nice clothes, their golf cart. By 9 in the morning or 10 in the morning on a weekend day back in 2005, 2006, 2007, on a weekend, there'd be so many carts out. 2008, there'd be so many carts out on a Saturday morning. This place would be a parking lot. Okay? Not anymore. But back then, it was daily. Day in, day out, day in and day out. You could sit here and watch balls being hit in your yard all day because they do exactly what he did. Hit more than one ball. They didn't have the skill to hit the first one, and then they hit another one, and they take even less time with the second one. They don't try to set it up. They don't sit down and reflect and go, what did I do wrong on the first shot? No, they drop a ball and immediately step up to it without aiming, without taking a moment or anything like that. And what they do? You just saw what happened. Happy Gilmore Golf. Thank you very much for listening.